Are you a sub who has a hard time trying to remember the names of students? This video is for you. So I know that there are some substitute teachers out there who are extremely good at knowing the students' names, and then there's some who aren't good at all. And that's okay, especially because as a substitute teacher, our students are the entire building, or in other words, the entire school district or county, whatever you guys go by. But I'm here to tell you that knowing the names of the students as a substitute teacher is extremely important. Whether you go to 2 schools, 3 schools, all the schools, it's extremely important. And here's why. It builds instant respect. I'm like so close to the camera. Okay. It builds instant respect. The students will start to really respect you because you know their name. It sounds silly, but studies show that when you say the students' names and you call them by their name, they are better behaved. They will do what you ask of them to do just because you know their name. Very simple as that. I've said in other videos, I have been called Curly Girl, the girl with the curly hair and the brown eyes. I know another kid who had red hair, and the redhead boy. Like, no, don't do that. It creates instant connection as well. And that's what you really want. You want to build a connection with these students. At least I hope that's what you want. Even though we're there for the money, somewhat, but we're there for the connection with the students, and that's the most important part. So build the connection with them and get to know their names, and it goes a long way, and it definitely improves your class management skills, and you'll feel like you are like getting this class management down like that, and you'll be like, oh yeah. You'll be like, hey Olivia, can you pass out these papers? And hey Marcus, I told you not to do that several times. Please stop doing what you're doing. Or they just walk into the classroom and you're like, hey Lucas, hey Sarah, hey Olivia, it's nice to see you. Oh, I like your new glasses, Andrea. Did you just get them? Like, again, it builds that class management, builds the connection, and builds that instant respect when you know their names. And lastly, it makes you more memorable in a really good way. The students are going to request you back because they feel like you're so kind, and like, it sounds so silly. It's one small thing of knowing the students' names. I have some tips for you if you are someone who is not good at this at all. You could do name tents or name tags. You could put name tags on the kids, get to know them that way. You can also just have the students like get a construction paper, fold it, and then they put on their names, put their names on the construction paper. That way when you're teaching or you need to know their names, it's all right there for you. Seating charts. Nowadays, seating charts are amazing because they also now have their pictures with them. And I love that idea. And some programs even have teachers. So like if they have their desks set up in a certain way, the teachers can put the pictures according to where the kids sit. So that way you can just be like, okay, this is to the left of the room. Oh, so it's Shelly and Oscar and Alexa and Corey. Like, it's super cool. It's nice. If you're just given a roster, take attendance that way, and then figure out names from there, especially like just going around when you're using your proximity. It can be easy to just be like, okay, Olivia, there's her laptop. This is Olivia. Okay. And like, you're just going through, and I promise you'll get it. Just that way it takes a little bit longer than if you have the piece of paper with their pictures on it. And then you can ask students to repeat their names. I would specifically not do this if they're misbehaving. for obvious reasons. I've had it where I needed a student's name because he was misbehaving, and he was like, oh, my name is John. And I was like, John who? And I didn't have a John on the list. And I was like, John who? And he's like, Travolta. And I was like, seriously? And then he was like, Taylor Swift. And I was like, stop. And then a girl who was like in the class who wasn't necessarily friends with any of the students were like, his name is this. And I was like, thank you. And he was mad. But I would just do it if it's something more positive. If it's negative, I would walk up to the student, see, or like around the student, see if you can just sneak their name, or think of a way to ask the student what their name is. If it's oh my goodness, if it is a negative situation and you do need to write their name down, and you don't know it, I would ask. That's just me. I would ask, and then I would talk to that student and just say, hey, I want you to know I'm writing you up and this is why. But I also want you to know that this doesn't mean I don't like you. I think you're a good kid, but today you just didn't make the right decisions in class. So next time I have you, let's move forward. Again, please remind me of your name and say their name that way. Just make it a little bit more positive if you can. So again, names are super important, and the more you know the students, the better the connection you have, and I'm sure that you will be requested from the students. They are going to want you in the classroom when their teacher is not there. I will see you in the next video.